bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. You're in charge. Yes, you are. You are in charge of you. You're in charge of your body. You're in charge of this hour. You're in charge of where you spend your time. And I'm glad you're spending the time with me and allowing me to spend the time with you. Hi, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. This is the yoga that you can do because you modify it. So that's exciting. It's a 1 hour long practice. Every day our practices are different every single day. Check us out every day. I've designed the classes so they work together to make you more flexible, more mobile, and stronger. And we have some fun on Fridays too when we shake it up, when we include what we call our Yoga Plus, when we include bar and Pilates and hand weights. But whatever you do, check us out. Check us out every day. But whatever you do, bottom of the screen says do what's right for your body. Don't hurt. Patience is the companion of wisdom. Take your time in the poses. Assess your body. Listen to your body. That's really important. And what does that mean? It means when something hurts, don't do it. Back out of it. Take it to a lesser percentage or just, chill. Don't do it. Modify a pose. If it hurts, it's not meant for you. But do distinguish between pain and discomfort. If something's uncomfortable, maybe you can breathe through it and break through that barrier of discomfort. But pain is no bueno. Don't do it. It's no good. Take what works and leave all the rest behind. Seriously. All right. You're going to need some props today. The props we use: 2 yoga blocks, a hand towel, eye shade, and a yoga strap. If you don't have any of these props, it's totally fine. It's no big deal. The props are there to make poses more accessible and to change them up a little bit. Today's practice is a practice where we're mostly on the ground. There's an option for you to stand up as well and work on some balancing. A couple little different balancing sequences we're going to work on. If you want, you don't have to. You can stay on your ground. Whatever it is, you can do it. And here's the word to think about as you practice today. It is spend. Where do you commit your resources? Where do you spend your time? Where are you giving so you can receive? So I hope with the time that you spend, the 1 hour here on the mat, if you can't do the whole thing, that's fine too. The time you spend on your mat, it's going to be a big payoff. I promise, and we'll even measure that. Let's come into our first pose. All right, so the first pose is a Sukhasana pose. And here's an option for you. If you don't want to do Sukhasana, you don't have to. You could sit like how I am in a Thunderbolt pose. What is that? Knees are bent, and I'm sitting back on my feet. I'm sitting on my heels. Tops of my feet are on the mat. You don't like that either? Lots of options. Send your legs long, gently crisscross them, that's fine, but just come on down to the ground. Give it a try. When do we stop coming down on the ground like a kid? All right, so I'm going to do Sukhasana pose. Lock in a stress number as you're practicing now. So on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10, where are you? Where is the stress in your body? What are you feeling? Do that quick little body scan. And what number am I? Scale of 1 to 5, maybe I'm a 4. We're going to work on bringing that number down. All right, I'm going to sit in Sukhasana as I mentioned. To do that, you will sit with the knees deeply bent. Bring one foot up on top of the opposite leg. If you like, you can bring the bottom foot up as well and place it on top of the opposite knee. You could slip a block underneath the knee that's a little higher just to rest here. And maybe for me, that's a little too high. I'd kind of like to have a half block, a smaller size block. You can buy those too. So just tweak your practice to make it real good for you. All right, settle in. Open up the hips. Place your hands on your knees. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose and a deep sighing breath out through your mouth. Let it go audibly. You're at home. Nobody's around. Maybe the dogs, maybe the cats. No big deal. Sigh it out. Let it go. Breath in. Breath out. Soften in the hips. You're starting to open them up. Oh, those big hips. They're going to appreciate the softening here. The ball and socket. It's our biggest ball and socket joint in the whole body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe you keep your eyes closed as you tee out your arms. Palms are forward. We're going to give ourselves a big hug to begin. Arms are teed out, maybe eyes are closed, so you can just feel what you feel. And then bring your arms together at the midline, let them crisscross, bring one elbow on top of the other, work your fingers towards your spine. Soften in your shoulders and think of expanding through your shoulders to the side of the room. There's a nice big hug, nice tight hug. Inhale, lengthen up, and exhale. As you exhale, turn to the left. Turn your gaze over your left shoulder. Take this big twist. As you inhale, make your way back to the midline. And as you exhale this time, take the twist in the other direction. As you exhale, it's easier to take the twist. Look over your right shoulder and then back to center. Maybe you prefer having the eyes open for balance. And a few more twists to the left, to the right, to the right, to the left. Breathe, eyes open or closed, whatever feels better. Just feel what you feel in this twist. Oh, it's intense, isn't it? And then when you're done, come back to the midline of your body. Extended mountain arms. Arms go high, fingers reach toward the sky. Lengthen up. Exhale, hands, palms come down and place your palms on the ground. Slide your hands forward, gaze down to your ankles or up towards your belly button. Breathe in, sigh it out. Kind of fun here, as you sigh it out, think of your belly button going back to touch your spine. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, back up, shoulders over your hips. Hands come behind you like a little kickstand. Let your chin go up, up, up to the sky. Think of your chest as big. Think of your chest as full. Big, full breaths. In. Big sighing breaths out. Come back to the midline of your body. Place one hand down on the ground and lift the other arm up toward the sky. Take a side bend. Let that extended arm cross the midline of your body. Draw that shoulder, the top shoulder, back and draw your chin away from your chest. The foundational arm, bend it a little bit, whatever feels good. Keep both bottom cheeks down on the ground as you stretch through your intercostal muscles here in between your ribs. Eyes can be opened or closed. Slowly come on up, back to center. Both arms meet as they reach to the sky. Other arm comes down. Take your side bend here. And you don't have to go fast. Just breathe and do what you can with what you got. Be patient. Bring that shoulder back, chin away from the chest, stretch it out. And that bottom elbow, maybe you're bending it a little bit. Come on back up to center. Send both arms up. Let's do it again. Both arms lift, both arms reach. One arm comes down. Top extended arm crosses the midline of the body. Maybe the elbow bends a little deeper here. Come on back up to the midline, reach and stretch through the fingers. Take it to the other side. You got it. We're going to switch the legs in just a moment. And as you're ready, come on back up to the midline. Hands to prayer center. Take a deep breath in. Create a little mantra. Repeat something positive to yourself in your mind today. I'm flexible. I am mobile. I am capable. Maybe it's one of those. But whatever it is, say a little positive statement to yourself. All right, let's come out of it. If you've got your hips, if you've got your legs in one way, switch them out another way. I've had my right foot on top, so now I'm going to bring my right foot on the bottom. Bring the left one on top. Nestle in, settle in here. Hands on your knees, take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out, let it go. And how do you like your props? Maybe one under that top knee or not, you decide. Breathe in. Breathe out. Eyes can be opened or closed. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Tee out your arms. When you're ready, big hug with the opposite arm on top. So I'm going to bring my left arm on top this time. I'm going to work my fingers closer to my spine. I'm going to soften in the shoulders. I'm going to expand my shoulders to the side of the room. So I feel a tight hug here. Then I'm going to turn from left to right, right to left, looking over that shoulder. Exhaling on the twist so I can take it deeper. Just twist from side to side. No rush, no hurry. Be patient. Be patient with yourself. You may not be exactly where you want to be in your flexibility and mobility in your body, but the only way to improve is to do. Simple, but not so simple. It's hard to show up sometimes, but just show up and try. All right, little twists, little turns of the neck. Let's come back to the midline of your body. When you're ready, extend both arms up to the sky, and then exhale, hands down, palms down to your mat. Take it easy. You don't have to rush through everything. Let your hands work toward the top of your mat. Let your gaze work toward your ankles or up toward your belly button. Ooh, feel that good stretch in your left glutes. Breathe in, breathe out. No hurries, no worries. You're right where you should be. Just take your time. Let the stress go. Slowly slide your hands back as your shoulders come up over your hips. Arms come back behind you like a little kickstand. Chin goes up to the sky. Chest lifts as well. Breathe. Breathe, most important part. Deep breaths in. Maybe you're still sighing it out. Just let it go. Let it be refreshing. It's nice. And then finish. Come back, shoulders over your hips. Let's do those side bends. Maybe start with both arms lifted high to the sky. Get into your shoulders. Place one hand down. Let the other arm cross the midline. Play with that elbow. Let it take the pose deeper. Be mindful of keeping your right cheek down on the mat, your right shoulder back, and your chin away from your chest. Reach. Stretch it out. Feel what you feel. When you take a big inhale, what does it feel like? And when you take a big exhale, what can you do? Slowly come on up. Both arms meet and reach to the top of your ceiling. Soften in your shoulders. The other arm comes down. Now it is your foundation. And the top arm crosses the midline of your body with its shoulder back and the chin away from the chest. Keep your bottom cheeks down, eyes open or closed. You decide, stretch it out, breathe. Slowly come on back up to the midline, reach the arms high. Soften the shoulders as you exhale. Let the hands float down to a prayer center position. Come back to your positive affirmative statement. Breathe. As you're ready, hands down to your knees. Just take a breath here. Big breath in. Fill up the lungs. And a big breath out. Feel the shoulders soften away from the ears. Let's go into a child's pose. All right, so to do your child's pose, you know this one. Let's uncurl our legs however you have them. I like to come out of this one slowly. Ooh, I feel it. All right, let's come into a child's pose. So for your child's pose, you know there's lots of options. Knees can be together, hips back towards your heels. You can introduce a block here. Have your arms down by your sides. Imagine your shoulders really away from your ears and your fingers reach toward the bottom of your mat. You can place your head on your block, your half-size block. So you're tight and concise here. Palms are face up. Breathe here as you release any tension into the mat. Just let it go. You can use the block, have your forehead on your mat, or introduce your half block. An option is the extended child's pose. Same thing, toes are together, but your hips are spread wide. Your heels go back, or your hips go back towards your heels if you like. You can use the block, under your chest maybe, or under your forehead. And in this pose, your arms are going to reach long to the top of your mat. Bring your forearms down to the mat as well. Breathe here. You can remove the block and have your forehead on your mat. That block that you removed, maybe you slip it under your hands and really stretch the shoulders out even more. Breathe in, breathe out, tailbone to the back of the room. Nice bend in the knees, wake up the knees. And in the extended child's pose, feel the goodness in your shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out. And as you're ready, let's press out of this child's pose. Note that you can come back to it anytime you want. It's your pose. You are in charge here. All right, so come on up to a neutral tabletop, however you need to get there. Knees under your hips, wrists under your shoulders. Push the earth away with your hands and the tops of your back feet. Your back feet as opposed to your front feet. All right, push the earth away. Almost feel like you're levitating a little bit. Nice and strong here. If it doesn't feel so good on your wrists, you could fold your mat over and have extra padding here. Or you can ball your hands into fists. That might feel good. Lengthen up and breathe. Let's do cat-cow. Tuck your chin to your chest, tuck your tailbone under. Inhale, cow, tailbone, and crown of the head lift. You do this to what feels good for you. Get into the pose by pushing the earth away with all four limbs and really tucking the tail and the chin under as you exhale. And then as you inhale, cow pose, crown of the head and tailbone lifts. And breathe. Cat-cow. I know you've heard this. What's the saying? I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to reach my destination. Isn't that true? Maybe not every pose is for you. Maybe not every pose feels right. Maybe not every pose is doable. You modify. And your practice is super good when you modify because, it feels good in your body, and that's what we're after. All right, so that's your cat-cow. Finish up in your cat-cow pose. Extend your right leg long. Place the ball of your right foot onto the ground and feel the nice stretch in the back of your right calf. Breathe here. When you're ready, lift the right leg up, the one that's extended. Cross it, the midline of your body. Squeeze in the upper inner thighs. Place the ball of the right foot down on the left side of your body. Keep the weight equally distributed in your hands, and then look over your left shoulder. Maybe you look to the left side of your mat. Maybe you can look all the way back to your foot, maybe to your knee, maybe to your bottom. So nice lateral sideways flexion of your spine. You're feeling it on the right side, aren't you? Nice stretch here. That right leg that's extended on the wrong side of your body, sweep it around to about hip height. Plant the sole of the foot down and bring the right arm up to the sky. Take a little twist here and look up to your right hand. Push hard into the earth and breathe. Let's finish. Hand comes down, knees meet. Other side. Let's extend the left leg. Plant the ball of the left foot on the mat. Push into the earth. Feel the goodness here. Lengthen through your spine, through the crown of your head, through your tailbone. Pushing the earth away. Left leg lifted up. Cross the midline of your body. Squeeze and hug in the upper inner thighs. Place the foot down on the ground. Look over your right shoulder to what feels good for you. How far can you see? If you're looking at your foot, try to look at your knee. If you're looking at your knee, try to look at your bottom. Push the earth away. Nice big stretch on the left side. When you're ready, sweep the left leg around. Bring it around to whatever you can reach, to about maybe knee height, or bring it up higher to hip height if that's good. Lift the left arm, look up to your left hand, breathe, push the earth away, look up, turn your neck a little bit more, you got it. Plant the left hand next to the right. Bring the left knee back to meet the right. Let's do cat-cow. Tuck your chin to your chest. Push the earth away with your feet and your hands. Inhale, cow, crown of the head and tailbone lift. Come back to a neutral tabletop. Crown of the head and tailbone reach to the front and to the back of the room. Let's do bird dog pose. You can use a block at its high height in front of you. Place it at the top of your mat, perhaps. For your bird dog pose, let's begin by lifting the right leg, knee to about hip height. Extend the right leg long. Draw the right toes toward your shin. Feel the compression in your low back. Ensure that your hips are equal distant to the mat. Push into the earth. Hold it right here. Add in the left arm if you'd like to challenge your balance a little bit. Lift your left arm off of the mat. Reach your left arm to the block at the top of your mat. You can hold onto that block for balance or no block at all. Have your thumb up toward the sky. Spread your fingers wide. Push the earth away. It'll help you balance. Really press strongly into the earth. Hold it and breathe. You've got it. This is your bird dog pose. Right hand meets left, knee meets knee. We have another side to do. Extend your left leg, knee at hip height, toes drawn toward your shin. Extend the left leg long. Maybe you stay right here. Feel the strengthening of the low back. Press into the earth. Lengthen through your spine. Add in the right hand if you like. All these are layers. You can do them or not do them. You can try them and say, I'm peeling it back a layer. I'm going back to where I was. Totally fine. Maybe hand on the block or no hand on the block. Reach, stretch, push the earth away. Dial your left hip down. Find length in your spine. Really be long and strong. You've got it. Push your right foot into the mat a little bit more. Breathe. Let it go. Hand meets hand, knee meets knee. Let's even it out in a cat-cow. Breathe any way you like. An option here is your Ujjayi Pranayama breath. Maybe close your lips and breathe in and out of your nose. Maybe you like that. Let's do thread the needle pose for your shoulders. We woke them up with that big hug. Let's take it a little farther. All right, your knees. Don't worry about them. Adjust them. You'll adjust them in just a second. Press into your mat with your left hand. Lift your right arm high to the sky and look up to your fingers. We did this before, remember? Exhale. Bring this right arm underneath the left. Bring your shoulder down to the mat. If the mat is a mile away, maybe bring the mat up to you by placing the block here. You can rest your shoulder on the block. You can rest your head on the block if that feels better. Now adjust your hips. It depends on your height and your torso length and all that stuff. Adjust your legs so they're comfortable and your tailbone sticking up to the sky. Let your left arm reach to the top of the mat and your right arm is reaching far to the left side of your room. Palm is face up. Rest here. This is your thread the needle pose. Breathe. Remember, adjusting your hips is fine. Reach your left arm, your fingers to the top of the mat a little bit more. Your right hand, the one that the palm is face up, reaching to the left side of the room, really reach those fingers farther to the other side. Breathe. When you're ready, as you take a slow inhale, slide your left arm under your left shoulder. Unthread your needle, send the arm up high to the sky, take a little twist, look up to your fingers, and finish. Other side. From your neutral tabletop, same thing. Lift your left arm up good and high to the sky and twist and look up to your left fingers. Breathe. Exhale. Let the left arm, come under the right. Palm of the left hand is up. It's sliding to the right side of your room. Adjust your hips so they're comfortable. Use the block if you like. Reach your right fingers far to the top of the mat. Come down onto your left cheek. Hold it here. Doesn't matter how it looks. I guarantee we all look different in this pose. Your hips wherever is right. Left shoulder down. Breathe. What matters is what you feel. And you want to feel a good stretch in this left shoulder and in your back as well. Breathe in, breathe out. When you're ready, are you ready? It's time to slide the right arm under the right shoulder. Left arm de-threads, unthreads the needle, and lifts up to the sky. Push into the earth, look up, and then finish. Hand comes down. Breathe in, breathe out in your neutral tabletop. Hold it here. You've got it. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's do toes pose. All right, so here's the deal. Let's take our toes pose today, tucking your toes towards your shins. And lots of ways to do it. I'm just going to sit directly on my heels. You could put a block underneath your bottom and have a seat on it. It's a little deeper, a little more intense if you sit on the heels. I'm going to bring my hands to prayer center. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to let my shoulders soften and just kind of come back to that mantra and feel what you feel in your shoulders. I bet they feel pretty good. Shoulders are back and down and away from your ears. Your neck is long and you're in your toes pose. Toes pose is intense. If it is painful, hinge forward, come out of it, maybe put the block behind your heels, breathe a little bit, and then try to get back into it. We're not going to be here very long. Just take the stretch deep into the toes, deep into the foot. Shoulders over the hips, maybe come back a little bit more. Rest here, let the tension from the feet go. Breathe, stretch it out. We're going to counter it in a moment with an ankle pose. Breathe in, breathe out, strengthen your foundation. Let all the breath go to your toes. Let your toes just kind of melt into the mat just for this last little bit. See how far you can take it. And then let's come out of it. All right, place the tops of your feet on your mat. Now you're going to sit on the tops of your feet, like that thunderbolt pose that some of you might have started in. You can use the blocks to bring the ground up to you. You can push into these blocks, walk them on back. Push into the blocks as your knees come up off of your mat. Keep your knees together. Don't let them go apart. Keep them together. Hold here. Maybe using the blocks, you push into the blocks, like pushing into the earth, and taking that nice stretch in the opposite direction. You can have your hands down on your mat. You can bring your hands to prayer center, challenge your balance, hold it here. You can do it. And nothing wrong with reintroducing the blocks. Whatever works, works, right? You gotta take what works and leave the rest behind and modify to make it work. What you wanna feel here, you're feeling it, is that nice big stretch in the ankles. Breathe. All right, let's come out of it. So you moved your ankle, in that full range of motion. Feels pretty good. Come to your neutral tabletop. Lift your feet on up. Squeeze and scrunch your toes. Circle the ankles and tap the tops of your feet out on your mat. Just let it go. All right, come down to your bottom. Once on your bottom, send your legs long. Toes up toward the sky. Lift your arms high up overhead. Reach, lengthen up, then reach those parallel arms forward, forward, forward. You could use your strap. Here's how you could use your strap. You can take the strap, if your feet are a mile away, take the strap, place the strap underneath your feet, hold on like reins of a horse, and just pull. And then don't look down to your knees yet. Pull, sending your chest forward. Your gaze is still forward. Elbows are hugged in. Pull. You could not use the strap. Maybe reach your hands towards your calves, your ankles, or just reach parallel arms to the front of your room. It's all good, whatever works, right? Whatever works, works. Bring your hands to your ankles. Maybe you're still holding on with that strap. Send your gaze to your knees now. Hug your elbows in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Hollow out your belly. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold more forward. Gaze down toward your knees or your belly button. Little baby bend in your knees might feel super good. So think forward fold pose when we do that when we're standing. Very similar, right? Breathe. Soften up here. Start to straighten up, bringing your shoulders up over your hips. How are you doing? Wide-legged forward fold is next. Spread your legs good and wide. Bring your blocks in between your legs. Place them at whatever height you like. Today, legs are spread wide, toes up toward the sky. Lengthen up through your spine to create space there. And exhale, chest toward the earth between the legs. Your head, your forehead can rest on your blocks. If that's really too far away, rest your forearms on it. You want to feel a nice, good stretch in your inner thighs, your adductor muscles. Adjust the blocks. No rush, no hurry. You're just making this work. You can adjust the blocks, lots of heights here. Bring your forehead down to the blocks. Breathe. If you have no blocks at all, that's okay. Reach toward your inner thighs, maybe, or your inner ankles. Lengthen up through the crown of your head and let your head come between your legs. Breathe. Kind of nice to have the block there though, just kind of support and something to aim for. Finish up, shoulders over your hips. Oh my goodness. Let's bring our legs back together and we're gonna come to recline. Bring your strap with you up by your shoulders. Bring the soles of your feet together to touch, knees open wide. Let's take our time and let's go back to fully reclined. Hands to prayer center, come back to your positive affirming statement and fully recline. Take it slowly, come all the way down. You can work your heels up towards your bottom, tee out or cactus out your arms. So your elbows are at about shoulder height. Your forearms are parallel to the sides of your mat. Maybe the backs of your hands touch your mat. And if the ground seems really far away, what do? Bring the ground up to you, right? That's what your blocks are for. Maybe with your blocks, you place your hands or your forearms onto the blocks and breathe here. And then maybe you graduate to a half-size block or all the way down to the ground. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let the tension go. No tension here. Here you are in your bound angle leg pose, kind of like goddess arms, kind of cactused out. You can stay right here. I'm going to do a dead bug push now. All right, dead bug. Whew, great for your core. I'm going to bring my knees together at the midline of my body. I'm going to bring my knees up toward my chest and my shins parallel to the mat. I'm going to draw my toes toward my shins. Then I'm going to take my hands, press my hands into my thighs. I'm going to push really hard here, and then I'm going to push really hard back with the legs. Really tight push. Oh my goodness, don't you feel all in your belly? You're nice and tight. And in your legs, and in your arms, and all the way up your shoulders. So this is a nice core pose because it engages everything you've got. Breathe in, breathe out. And the harder you push, the harder the pose. But you're building more strength, so you decide how you want to take this. Hold on. You've got it. Push, push, push. Push to the point of shaking. And then plant your feet down. Grab your strap. Let's do boat with the strap. Bend your knees. Send the center of the strap underneath of your feet. Hold on like reins of a horse. Send your legs up to the sky. Draw your elbows in by your sides. A little bend in your knees might feel great. Boat pose. Navasana. Yesterday we did it without a strap. Every day is different, I promise. Come back and check us out. Lift on up through the shoulders. Let the heels be weighted. Let the heels be weighted as you let them come on down toward the earth. Take it with control. Nice and slowly. Come on up. Press on up. Chest is forward. Elbows hugged in. Back is nice and flat and straight. Hold here in your boat pose. Just hold. Breathe in, breathe out. Lots of different ways we do boat. Sometimes we row the boat. Sometimes we do it with our hands behind our knees. Sometimes with the arms parallel, reaching toward the feet. Just different ways, different days. Check it out. Hold on. You've got it. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, work your heels down a couple more inches. Hold it. Keep your shoulders back. Hold it. Work your heels down a little bit. Keep your chest still lifted. Just the legs are moving. Hover them above the earth a few inches. And when you're ready, heels come down. Remember that forward fold? Use it with the strap this time. Work your hands down both straps. A little wiggle in the hips. Gaze down toward the knees. Walk your hands down the strap more towards your feet. Fold forward. And then finish. Remove the strap. Nice job. Let's come into a plank. All right, so I'm not going to time it today. I just want you to see how this feels. I'm going to do a forearm side plank. All right, so come onto your hip. I'm going to come onto my right hip, bringing my right arm parallel to the top of the mat, fingers spread wide. You can stay right here. Place your hand on your hip, keep your bottom down, totally fine. You want your shoulder over your elbow. You can pop on up in the hips and hold right here. You can get fancy and send the arm up to the sky and hold. Another option would be to send the legs long, ankles, inner ankles glued together. Press on up and hold it right here. Lift the arm up to the sky or reach the arm to the front of the room. Or arm can reach up and then take the arm, and remember, thread the needle, kind of thread the needle a little bit here and then up. No timer today, just try it. And when you're ready, come on down. All right, switch to the other side. Okay, so come on to the left hip. Maybe the knees are bent. Maybe the left forearm is parallel to the top of the mat. Knee or elbow underneath shoulder. Stay right here. Lift the arm up. Hold up here. You've got it. Maybe pop on up the hips. Breathe. Hold it. You got it. Maybe legs go long, ankles glued together. Press on up. You can use your hand as a kickstand. Hold it here. Maybe arm reaches up to the sky. Maybe arm reaches to the front of the room. Maybe arm reaches up to the sky and you thread the needle. Maybe 3 or 4 times. Lift the arm up. Thread it. Lift the arm up and thread it. I think that's about equal. Let's come on down. All right, so yet another variation of plank. Be patient with yourself. Just do what you can with what you got. All right, a lunge. Come on up, just standing on your knees. Find your 2 yoga blocks. Bring them to their high height. Bring your right foot forward. Bring your knee over your ankle. Press into your blocks to send your left leg long. Fold that mat over if it doesn't feel good on your knees, or put a towel underneath it. Find ways to make it work. You know it's good for you. You do what you can with what you've got, and just don't hurt. All right, left leg is long. Top of the left foot presses into the mat. Hold on here. Fingers can stay on the blocks, or shoulders can lift over your hips. Press both feet strongly into the mat. Maybe arms lift up. Maybe you take a baby back bend. Maybe you interlace your fingers. Press your interlaced fingers into your top right thigh. Push into the thigh. Let the knee of the right leg come forward of the ankle. Maybe close your eyes and find space and length in your left hip flexor. Breathe in, breathe out. With each exhale, maybe take it a little farther. There's a great value in these static stretches. Don't think, oh, I'm not moving enough. I'm not getting the benefits. Oh, yes, you are. Breathe in, breathe out. Hands back to your blocks. Send the right leg straight. Bring your hips back towards your heels. Keep the blocks where they are. Push your hands into them. Bring your bottom back as far as you like. But just keep the stretch going in the arms on those blocks. Breathe in, breathe out. Maybe your bottom touches your heel or not. That's all right. Hold it here. Breathe. Maybe just in and out of your nose, that Ujjayi Pranayama breath. Breathe. Let's come back to standing on both knees. Let's switch it out. Left leg forward, knee over ankle to begin. Press into your blocks. Scoot that right leg long and strong. Let those toes reach to the bottom of your mat. Shoulders can come up a little or a lot. It's up to you, whatever works today. Feel the nice big stretch in your right hip flexor. Hold it here, maybe shoulders more back over the hips. Maybe fingers stay on the blocks. Maybe you come to a point where the shoulders are over the hips and you say, I'm gonna come back a little more. reaching my body more at an angle toward the top of the room where the wall and the ceiling meet. Maybe the arms reach up. You take the baby back bend. Breathe through it here. Push the feet into the mat. Exhale, hands to prayer center, your little mantra. Interlace your fingers. Press the interlaced fingers into the left leg. Scoot the knee forward. Breathe. Your gaze is forward. Your shoulders are soft. You're really pushing into the thigh of the left leg. Breathe. Most important part, breathe. You can do that. Maybe you just come to your mat and you breathe through the whole practice. Maybe you lie on your mat in a child's pose or final shavasana through the whole practice, but it's time. It's time for you. Time well spent. Time spent on you is never wasted time. It is valuable. Our precious resource, time. All right, how are you doing? Big push. Woo. Hands, go back to the blocks. Left leg straightens. And you come back as far as is right for you. Keep your blocks glued to the ground. Maybe you bring your bottom down to meet your right heel. No, you bring your heel down to meet your bottom. That's it. Breathe, stretch. Breathe in, breathe out. If you know another way to do it, let me know. But deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Let's finish. Bring your knees back together to the midline of your body. So let's come on down to a brief pentacle pose or a long pentacle pose because we're going to go into standing next. Here's the deal. Legs spread wide. Come on down. Fully recline. Arms spread wide. Even if you're going to do the standing, take a brief little pentacle pose here. All four limbs reaching to all four corners of the room. Just sigh it out. In through the nose. Sigh it out. Go back to your Ujjayi pranayama breath when you're feeling the urge. Breathe in, breathe out. Stay here in your pentacle pose if you want to keep today's practice all on the ground. If you want to build in some standing, let's do that. Bring your feet together at the midline. Let your arms float down by your sides and using your strong core, pull on up to a seated position. Crisscross at the ankles, hinge forward, press your hands into your mat, come into a downward facing dog to get to standing. For a down dog, your hands are shoulder width distance apart, your feet are hip width distance apart. Elevate your heels slightly, send your tailbone high to the sky, shake your neck, loosen your neck, your gaze should be back toward your belly button or up toward your chest. Let your heels start to pedal down toward the earth. The idea here is you want to keep your neck nice and loose and your tailbone high and lifted. Pedal out to stretch the backs of your legs. Still your feet, walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, chin stays tucked to your chest. Come on up, rise on up to a standing position. You will look taller with this one. Bring your legs together. Tee out your arms like a letter Y. Press the backs of your hands to the back of the room. We're going to do the first letter of each word, U. Now the W for will. Squeeze your back. Backs of your hands to the back of the room. That's the ticket. 2 L's, forward and backwards for the word look. And tee out your arms for the word taller and pulse them back. Let's do it again to your pace. A few times. You. Remember the backs of the hands. Will. L for look. T for taller with a nice pulse. Do it again on your own. As you do this, feel the strength in your back. I'm going to do it one more time. 4th time's the charm today. You will look taller. And choose purpose over perfection. What is this doing? This is making you stand taller. Let's prove it to ourselves. Let your arms float down by your sides. Oh my goodness. Shoulders over your hips. Feel how you're standing. Feel how you're standing, nice and tall and proud. Chest is lifted. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Let it go. Let's come into tree. Hands to prayer center, the first place to be. You can have a chair or a countertop nearby. Those are always good props. I'm going to bend my left knee, open up my knee to the side of the room. I'm going to place the sole of my left foot wherever I want. Maybe the heel of the left foot touches the inside of the ankle of the right leg. Maybe slip it on up a little higher. Maybe slip it on up higher still. Push the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Let the outside of the left knee go toward the back of the room. You can keep your hands on your hips, on a chair, to prayer center. It's all good. Here's a tip. Look to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Grow your branches in your arms. Let your arms sway from side to side. Breathe. Maybe an extra little challenge for you today is to take a long blink. Or maybe try to close the eyes a little bit longer. Find your balance. That's why you got your arms spread. Find your balance. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the right knee to the front of the room. Plant the right foot next to the left. Tree on the other, or left foot next to the right. Plant the foot. Left foot is down. Right knee bends. Right knee opens up to the side of the room. Heel wherever you want it to be on that foundational left leg. Bring your foot on up, slide it on up, a little higher or a lot higher. Skip over the knee. Don't push on the knee. Push the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. We did this earlier in Dead Bug. Foot into the thigh, thigh into the foot. Lengthen up. Find length in your spine. Grow your branches if you want. If you got a chair, maybe you're just growing one branch. Totally fine. Lengthen up. You'll never improve if you don't try. And what do you want more than mobility in your body, right? Mobility, flexibility, the ability to do the things you want to do. Keep moving. The older we get, the more we should be moving, not the less we should be moving. Bring your hands together to prayer center. Maybe try to close your eyes here today. Bring your knee to the front of the room. Plant your right foot next to your left. There you go. That was your tree pose. Let's do half moon. Send your arms high up to the sky. Bring your palms together to touch. Lengthen up through your body and then let your fingers come to the left side of your room. Feel the deep stretch all up the right side of your body. Chin away from your chest, top shoulder back. Equal weight in the feet. Breathe. Come on up to the midline of your body. Lengthen on up. Take your half crescent moon to the other side. Feel the big stretch all up the left side of your body. Chin away from your chest, left shoulder back. Reach through the fingers. You got it. Come on back up to the midline of your body. Hands to prayer center, your mantra. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. All right, new pose, a little different. Find your block. Bring it to a high height at the top of your mat. Okay, this is a big balancing pose. Here's the deal. It's kind of a half sugar cane. Let's start by hugging the right knee in. Hug the knee in. Hug the knee in good and tight. As you hug your knee in, really root into your standing foot. Now slip your hand down. I'm going to turn this way. Slip your hand down and capture your foot, kind of like you do in Dancer, but your fingers, your hands, or your fingers are on the outside. Kick into your hand, and that block that is at its highest height, I got to bring mine closer. Push into the block. Hold on to the block. You're bringing the ground up to you. Kick into your hand. Lift the leg up. Bring the right hip back, more up toward the sky. Hold it here. You've got it. Firm hold on that block. You've got it. Kind of a half sugar cane. Hold it and then finish. Release the right foot to meet the left. Come on back up to standing. Hug the other knee in. Interlaced fingers, hug underneath the knee. Maybe you stay right here with the chair as your companion. Hug it in. Maybe slip your hand down to capture the foot. Knees are together. Lengthen up. Maybe you stay right here. You know, with Dancer, we'd reach our arm out in front of us. Here we're going to hinge forward. Kick into your back hand. Find your block. You know, if you're not quite ready for the block, maybe a counter or the seat of a chair. Reach for it. Push into it. With your hand, kick into your back leg, drawing your heel up towards your bottom. Open up the left hip a little bit more. Push hard into the earth. Release. Left foot meets right. Arms sweep up. Extended mountain, baby back bend. Hands to prayer center. Fold forward. You got it. Let's come back down to the ground. fingers toward the earth. Bend in your knees. Come out of your pentacle if you stayed here. And come onto your belly. Come onto your belly. Let's do Superman. Arms reach long to the top of your mat, kind of like how they do in an extended child's pose. Legs are long. Tops of your feet are on your mat. Push the tops of your feet into your mat. Lengthen up. And then exhale. Maybe lift one leg or the other. Feel your pelvis on the mat. Or maybe lift both legs. Add in the arms and fly like Superman. Gaze down your nose and hold it here. Breathe in, breathe out, hold it. Maybe lift a little higher and hold it. Breathe in, breathe out. Finish. Come on down. Slip your hands underneath your collarbones with bent elbows hugged in by your sides. Exhale. Inhale, straighten your arms and push on up to a seal pose. Soften in your glutes, breathe, and then come on up. Woo, find your microphone. Come on up and have a seat on your heels. As you sit on your heels, bring your hands back to prayer center. So remember, this seated on your heels position is your thunderbolt. Breathe in, breathe out. All right, let's come out of this pose and grab a seat. Remember how we started? Crisscross your legs, and let's take a seated twist. Maybe you come back to your Sukhasana, or maybe you crisscross the legs, or so many options. I'm going to bend my left knee, bringing my left heel behind my right hip. Going to bring the right leg on top. Knees are stacked. My feet are, by my hip creases here. I can massage my feet. I can lift here out of the crown of my head. Breathe in, breathe out. I'm going to take my right hand behind my low back, and I'm going to take my left hand to the outside of my right thigh. And I'm going to take a twist, and I'm going to look over my shoulder, eyes open or closed. Counter twist, come in the other direction. Finish. Bring the other leg on top. Or switch out your legs, whatever feels good. Right heel to left hip crease. Left leg on top, heel to about the hip crease. Massage in the feet feels good. Maybe that is exactly where you stay. I'm going to bring my left hand behind my low back. Right arm is going to push into the outside of my left thigh. I'm going to look over my shoulder and twist. Other side, twist, counter twist, twist, exhale, twist, and finish. All right, so come on down to your back. Bring your eye shade up to your shoulders or your little hand towel. Come on down to fully reclined. Toe heel your feet to the edges of your mat. Tee out your arms so your hands are at shoulder height. Palm up or down, whatever you like. Let your knees fall toward the right as your gaze goes to the left. On an inhale, gaze goes back up to the sky and your knees go up to the sky too. As you exhale, let your knees fall to the left. Send your gaze to the right. Let's do it again. Gaze up, knees up. Exhale, knees fall to the right. Gaze goes to the left. This time, pin the left knee down by lifting the right leg up. Outside of the right ankle on top of the left leg. Just intensify it a little bit. Your gaze, twist your neck a little bit more. Turn your neck so you're looking toward your left fingers as best you can. Finish up, release that left knee from captivity of the right ankle. Gaze goes up, breath comes in, knees go up. Exhale, breath goes out, knees fall to the left, gaze goes to the right. Let's try to pin this knee down again. This time, lift your left leg up, outside of the left ankle, comes on top of the right knee, just to intensify the stretch a wee bit. Breathe in, breathe out, let all tension go in the shoulders and the hips. Doesn't take a whole lot of movement to reap the benefits. All right, release that knee. Send the knees up to the sky, gaze goes up too. Brief little bridge pose. Press your hands down by your sides, palms face down. Push the weight into your feet, lift your hips up, wiggle your shoulders closer to your spine as your bridge goes higher. Interlace your fingers behind your low back, press your pinkies into your mat, hold it here, lift the bridge even higher, and then release your hands if you had them interlaced. Roll your spine down one vertebra at a time and come into your peaceful final relaxation pose, final Shavasana. Legs go long, heels toward the edges of your mat, pinky toes fall out closer to the earth. Cover your eyes with your eye shade or your towel. Really don't neglect that part. That's a really, really nice part of your practice, covering the eyes. And also wiggle your shoulders a little closer to your spine. It seems, like you're being more active, but it really just feels really good in the shoulders and the chest to tuck them under. Let your hands, your arms come down by your sides and your hands open up. Little curl in the fingers, palms face up. And breathe. Soften the area between your eyebrows and find your breath. The more we practice together, the more we'll share little tips on how to make this practice work just for you. If you would like to stay longer in your final Shavasana pose, have your remote control nice and close to you so you can just reach over and press the pause button. In doing that, you can lie here, breathe deeply, and just explore how your body feels and let your mind absorb the goodness of the last hour. If it's time for you to get on with other things, if time is ticking away, here's what you want to do. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes as you take a deep breath in. Refreshing, big breath in. Big sighing, stress relieving breath out. Wiggle your ankles, your toes, your wrists, your fingers. Circle them around and around. Take a big good morning stretch as if it were the first stretch before you even get out of bed in the morning. Point your toes to the bottom and reach through your fingers. Give them a wiggle. They can move too. Exhale, bend your knees, bend your elbows, roll onto one side or the other, and bend that bottom arm. Use your bicep as a pillow. Soften in your top shoulder. Close your eyes. Breathe here. And prepare to go back into the world. Slowly come on up, press on up, or no hands at all. Come on up to a seated position. Crisscross your legs, however you like. Hands to prayer center. Come back to your mantra. Repeat it to yourself throughout your day. I am capable. Press your thumbs into your chest. Lengthen up, shoulders over your hips. Hips are soft. Breathe in. Sigh it out. Blink your eyes open. Ta-da! You did it. 1 hour. I hope it went by quickly for you. Your body's going to really feel the benefits. So go back to that number. What did you start with? What was the stress number in the beginning? I think I said mine was 4. What is it now? I think I'm a good 2. Maybe even a 1.5. Anyway, that's too complicated. All right, so your stress number is down. That's a good thing. Come back every single day, every day, on your mat to do a little or a lot or nothing at all. Maybe child's pose to final Shavasana. It's all good, but just show up. That is a big part of it. Be patient with yourself. Be compassionate to yourself. Love on yourself. And may happiness, which is love, joy, peace, contentment, may they all flow to you and through you for the rest of the day. All right, guys. Love you. See you on your mats tomorrow. Goodbye. Hello. Hi, guys.